Just when I thought 2020 couldn't get any worse, it did. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is definitely an unexpected video. Definitely was not planned. Because I did not think that I had COVID, but here I am, tested positive for COVID, and I have coronavirus. It's really weird to say out loud. Yeah, so I'm here to tell you guys how I'm doing, my track of how I think I was exposed. Obviously, you really can't tell how you're exposed. There's probably like multiple scenarios for most people and how they think they could have been exposed to someone, and you never really know. And I just want to put a disclaimer at the beginning of this that I think it's really important to not shame anyone who develops coronavirus or catches it, because you don't know how people can get it. And it's not always just from people partying and going out to bars and doing stuff like that, because I personally was not doing that. I was really trying to stay within my certain friend group as much as possible and stayed socially distant as much as I possibly could. And yeah, so, and I think that I might have gotten my exposure from class, because my university, if you didn't know, I go to the University of Utah and we have hybrid classes. So we did have some in-person classes, including with my dance class and my studio class. So there are multiple things that could have exposed me to coronavirus, but I'm here to tell you guys about how and why I got tested and where I am now, how many days it's been, all that stuff. But yeah, if you want to check out my other more uplifting videos, because this one really isn't that uplifting, so if you want to check that out, I would love if you guys would check out my other content as well. But anyways, let's jump into why I actually got tested. So I want to give you guys a little background on why I decided to get tested, give a little background on what my university's been doing, and my classes have been hybrid. So what that means is my dance class and my one performance class that I'm taking currently, we're on a rotating ABC schedule to prevent people spreading the virus, obviously. And so normally, like, our dance classes, I've said this in previous videos before, so sorry if you're hearing it again, but we were set into pods and there were 6 people in each pod. So basically where I think I could have potentially been exposed, again, not sure, you don't know, is through my dance class. So basically, a girl in my class tested positive for COVID-19. Basically, hearing that she was in my dance pod, I did have contact with her in a slight way, in the way that we shared a bar during class the previous week, and we danced 6 feet apart though, with masks on the entire time. But going for water breaks and stuff like that, where you do remove your mask, I was near her drinking water, but it was only for a very short period of time. But that was the person that had the COVID case in our program, and that is why I decided to get tested. So basically, just to give you guys some dates, so I was potentially exposed to coronavirus on the 9th when I was in class. She got her results on the 14th. So she told everyone that she had COVID that day, and that's why I decided to get tested. So, and then I got my results on the 18th. So it's been 3 days basically of me knowing the results of my positive case. So that's a little background on something that I could have been exposed to. Again, I'm not completely sure. The other people that I was interacting with were all in the musical theater program and my boyfriend, and this is where it gets a little weird. So when everyone in the senior class found out that someone in the senior class tested positive for COVID, a lot of us went to go get tested, and I was the only one who came back with a positive result, which was kind of strange and very weird because a group of people who did get tested, I had a lot of direct contact with. Like I hung out with, I would say, 4 MTPs together, and we hung out for like 3 hours doing homework together, and they all tested negative, which was shocking. And the fact that I do have coronavirus and I didn't expose them to anything is absolutely amazing. So I am so grateful that I didn't expose anyone to anything. But it was also really, really weird that I was the only one who tested positive, considering how much considering the people that I was around and considering that they had contact with that person who tested positive. Some of them did as well. Since I did test positive in the timeline, I should have exposed them to coronavirus, but they tested negative, which is kind of strange. It's just really surprising because we were in such close contact, sitting on the same couches. I was with them for a couple of hours, but they all tested negative. So when I got my positive result, I was sure that my boyfriend and my roommate would probably have COVID as well. I was like 90% sure that my roommate Serena would test positive, and I was like 100% sure that my boyfriend would, since we've been together like basically every day, and we sleep over at each other's places, and it's like we've been in very close contact, obviously. So I was like, he has to have it. I have to have had given it to him. There's no way. There's like no way. And there's no way that my roommate wouldn't have gotten it either, because we've been so singing around each other in our apartment. And if you don't know, singing is actually way more dangerous because you throw out so much more spit molecules into the air, whatever. And it's actually a worse way to spread COVID is through singing. And we've been around each other. I was like, there's no way Serena doesn't have it. Like we share a bathroom, we share a kitchen, we share a living room. Like I was like, there's no way that they're gonna test negative. And both of them tested negative. Which just, it still is shocking to me. I don't understand that. And COVID is obviously something that you cannot understand, because I just feel like there's so many different strains of the virus. There's so many ways that people can like react to it. But I just think it's a little strange that everyone I know that I was around, that I have spent all of my time around, all of them got tested. As soon as I told them that I had COVID, they all got tested, and they all tested negative. I have been completely asymptomatic this entire time, which is really weird. I know asymptomatic cases are super common, especially among young people, but it's just very strange that you have this virus and you tested positive for something, but you're not showing any symptoms. It's kind of like, it's confusing. It's just kind of weird to wrap your mind around the fact that this virus spreads like wildfire through air, and people are dying from it and have died from it, and now I have it, but I'm not experiencing anything remotely close to what a lot of people have experienced. And it's just so weird how it affects everyone so differently. I've been really anxious about all of this. Like, I'm gonna be real, like college sucks right now. Like, I don't know. My anxiety's been definitely worse. And I just wanted to be real with you guys and tell you guys that, because this is so overwhelming. Everyone is so overwhelmed, and I am hoping that I stay asymptomatic, because I'm like literally like praying to God that I stay asymptomatic and stay healthy. And I feel anxious but also grateful that I haven't experienced symptoms as bad as some other people have, and for that I'm very, very grateful. But I do have faith and confidence that I will be okay and that I will stay asymptomatic, because according to the people, the contract tracers and doctors that I've talked to about my case, is that if I probably won't experience symptoms if I haven't already, considering that I probably, well, we don't know, maybe was exposed on the 9th. So considering that timeline and I haven't had any symptoms, I probably won't develop any. So I'm very grateful for that and feeling very hopeful about that. So basically I've obviously been talking to my parents during this time, and myself and them agree, as well as my friends. I'm gonna get a retest and see if I actually am COVID positive, because it is so strange that no one else around me tested positive, but I'm isolating myself as like, of course, until then, and I'm getting another test tomorrow, actually tomorrow. So I will be getting tested, just so you guys know. The 22nd of September, I'm going to the Walgreens testing, and I'm gonna see if I get a different result, because it honestly does not add up, the fact that my boyfriend especially did not test positive. Well, I hope that you enjoyed this little life update. Not the best life update, but comment down below what videos you think I should do while I'm in isolation if I don't test negative tomorrow. And I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for tuning into this video, and I will see you guys in my next update. Bye everyone.